Latest iPhone 16 Pro, Pro Max, features designs, and new edge in compare to the 15. Apple has placed the most emphasis on its Pro models in recent iPhone updates, and the iPhone 16 Pro ought to continue this trend. The anticipation surrounding Apple's upcoming flagship phone has increased, which makes it more urgent to highlight the key distinctions between the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro was undeniably a significant improvement over its predecessor. In addition to other photo processing enhancements, Apple upgraded the phone's frame to titanium and incorporated a physically larger main sensor and a more potent S17 Pro chipset into the most recent model. That is even before we discuss modifications such as replacing the Lightning connector with a USB-C port and incorporating a shortcut activating action button. Nonetheless, it appears that the iPhone 16 Pro is about to undergo significant changes that go beyond the standard chipset upgrade. In addition to a larger display, the iPhone 16 Pro could incorporate one of the most significant enhancements of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Even with an official date for Apple's WWDC 2024, the possible introduction of iOS 18 could provide hints. The current state of the iPhone 16 Pro versus iPhone 15 Pro comparison. In light of speculations regarding possible modifications to Apple's iPhone lineup is as follows. Comparing the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro in terms of cost and availability. Typically, discussion regarding pricing speculations for an iPhone does not occur until the device's release date approaches. Concerning the iPhone 16 Pro, its anticipated release date is September 2024. Consequently, there will be some time before we obtain conclusive information regarding whether Apple will alter the iPhone 15 Pro's starting price of $999. Apple would presumably wish to maintain the line at that pricing. It means, for starters, that an iPhone at the Pro level is still available for less than $1,000. Additionally, considering the iPhone 15 Pro Max is expected to cost $1,199 and an iPhone 16 Ultra may debut in 2024 at an even higher price point, Apple might be satisfied with the current pricing for the iPhone 16 Pro. However, the upward trend in the cost of phone components is difficult to dispute. Furthermore, as Apple augments the Pro models with additional premium attributes to differentiate them from the standard iPhone, the likelihood of a price increase increases. Anticipate the announcement of the iPhone 16 Pro's potential price. The design of the iPhone 16 Pro in comparison to the iPhone 15 Pro. Apple significantly altered the appearance of the iPhone 15 Pro by replacing the stainless steel frame with a titanium one. Not only is this feature more durable, but it also contributes to the iPhone 15 Pro's approximately half-ounce lighter weight compared to its predecessor, as indicated by the specifications. Aim for the iPhone 16 Pro so that the titanium frame remains. An additional significant design modification introduced with the iPhone 15 Pro was the substitution of the mute switch on previous models with a brand new action button. Silent mode can be toggled with a long hold of the action button. However, shortcuts for the action button can be configured within the settings application on the iPhone 15 Pro. Unfortunately, only one shortcut can be assigned at a time. This may change with the release of the iPhone 16 Pro, as more users become accustomed to the presence of the action button. However, according to iPhone 16 Pro speculations, the inclusion of an additional dedicated button is the more probable addition. Reportedly, this is the capture button, which would be utilized as a shortcut to record video or photographs with the camera of your iPhone. It could also detect the amount of pressure applied to it, functioning similarly to the shutter button on a conventional camera in that it would function as a focusing mechanism. Leaked prototype units have exposed the alleged capture button in its entirety. An additional iPhone 16 Pro design speculation that has generated less consensus is the possibility that Apple will implement Face ID sensors beneath the display for the iPhone 16 Pro. That would render the dynamic island-sized opening on the phone's display unnecessary. Furthermore, despite the existence of a prototype iPhone 16 Pro featuring a circular camera aperture, not even the source who leaked that image anticipates the feature to be completed until the iPhone 17 Pro in 2025. Display: iPhone 16 Pro versus iPhone 15 Pro. Screen dimensions have remained constant at 6.1 inches for the more compact of Apple's two Pro options since the iPhone 12 Pro, but that may change with the release of the iPhone 16 Pro. Apple is reportedly contemplating larger displays for the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max, according to hearsay. The potential enlargement of the display panel to 6.3 inches on the Pro raises the question of how comfortably the new phone would contour the user's hand in comparison to the 6.1-inch iPhone 15 Pro. Apple has not altered the display luminance of the iPhone 15 Pro. When the device is used outdoors, it maintains a maximum of 2000 nits. The potential exists for the iPhone 16 Pro's manufacturer to select a display with increased brightness, given the Google Pixel 8 Pro's enhancement of its utmost brightness to 2400 nits. A more reliable source of information suggests that the iPhone 16 Pro will utilize new panels manufactured by Samsung that are more energy efficient due to the replacement of blue fluorescent technology with blue phosphorescence technology. Additionally, the bezel encircling the display could be made thinner via the border reduction structure display construction method. This approach would entail maximizing the consolidation of the cabling to further diminish the dimensions of the bezels. Comparing the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro cameras. Upon augmenting the sensor capacity of the primary 48MP camera on the iPhone 15 Pro and enhancing functionalities such as night mode, portrait mode, and smart HDR, one might surmise that Apple had exhausted all potential improvements to its Pro phone cameras. An additional enhancement that is currently available on the iPhone 15 Pro Max appears probable for the iPhone 16 Pro. This smartphone received an exclusive enhancement to its telephoto lens, which was redesigned as a tetraprism to accommodate a longer zoom. The iPhone 15 Pro maintains its optical zoom at 3x, whereas the Pro Max model achieves a 5x magnification by utilizing a newly developed telephoto lens configuration. Recurring speculation suggests that this feature will be included in the iPhone 16 Pro. That might not be the last of the hardware modifications to the camera configuration of the iPhone 16 Pro. Additionally, the current iPhone Pro model's 12MP ultra-wide camera could potentially be upgraded to 48MP on the iPhone 16 Pro. While it appears probable that the iPhone 16 Pro will feature the identical facial camera as the iPhone 15 Pro, a more significant upgrade may occur with the iPhone 17, which is rumored to feature a 24MP sensor as opposed to the current 12MP sensor. Performance comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro. Similar to the A17 Pro found in the iPhone 15 Pro, the upcoming A18 silicon for the iPhone 16 Pro is expected to be manufactured using a 3-nanometer process. This approach is expected to enhance performance and battery efficiency in comparison to 4nm chips such as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 from Qualcomm. This time around, the A18 chipset should be available for all iPhone 16 models. Pro variants would receive a more advanced version of that chipset than standard iPhone 16 models. Apple made history with the iPhone 15 Pro Max as the first device to include 256GB of storage in its base iteration. There is a potential for Apple to expand that feature to the iPhone 16 Pro. However, maintaining a larger storage capacity as a defining characteristic for its premium phone, be it the iPhone 16 Pro Ultra or the iPhone 16 Pro Max, would be just as feasible. According to leaked benchmarks, the 18 Pro's performance has marginally improved by 10% on the multi-core tests conducted by Geekbench. An additional series of Geekbench evaluations unveiled the maximum score for a single core on the A18 Pro, which was 3570 in contrast to the A17 Pro's 2890 on an iPhone 15 Pro. Distinction between the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro about battery life and charging. Our battery test revealed that the current Pro model has a respectable lifespan of 10 hours and 53 minutes, which is nearly an hour longer than the average smartphone. It is conceivable that Apple would increase the battery life of its upcoming phone by requiring the iPhone 16 Pro display and the A18 silicon to operate more efficiently in terms of power. A more critical aspect to monitor is whether the wired charging speed of the upcoming iPhones surpasses 20W. Despite the incorporation of USB-C ports on all iPhone 15 variants, including the Pro, the enhanced charging speeds that USB-C is capable of did not materialize. Speeds of data transmission are indeed quicker on the iPhone 15 Pro compared to its predecessor. Potentially, Apple will incorporate quicker charging into the iPhone 16 Pro. Even though it will be over a month before the iPhone 16 Pro is released, additional updates for Apple's forthcoming device are certain to be revealed. This appears to indicate significant distinctions between the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro is without a doubt one of the finest iPhones currently available. Therefore, if you are in immediate need of a high-quality compact device, it should not impede your upgrading. However, if an enhanced telephoto lens and on-device AI intrigue you, it might be prudent to wait until the iPhone 16 Pro is released in the autumn of 2024. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.